Good morning, everybody, and thank you for watching Always Modding 207. I'm Brian. This is the very first upload of the channel, so thank you for checking it out. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I planned on starting this channel with a 96 Camaro. But I live in Maine. We have winter, not the best thing to run around when there's about 4 or 5 feet of snow on the ground. It is fun, I'm not going to lie, but I wouldn't suggest it. So we picked something else up instead, and I think it's going to stick around for a while, and we'll see how it goes. So, without further ado, here's the real star of the show, which is my 99 Chevy Suburban. Picked it up a few months ago, I think, a couple months ago or so. Just over a grand. Definitely a lot of bang for the buck. Not the prettiest thing on the road by any means at all, but definitely by far not the worst. Got some rust that we got to fix for sure. This side is definitely, well, the spot is definitely the worst on this side, as you can see. Got some rust coming in here in a really weird way, actually. It's really bubbly. Yeah, a little crispy. Then, of course, here, got a hole starting, and there's a hole about this big over here. Gonna have to fix that. And come around to the back. Definitely needs a back bumper for sure. This one's about a 2020. Looks good. 20 feet away or 20 miles an hour. This side in a little bit better shape other than this. Big old patch. Hole behind it is just about as big. I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty good size patch. As far as the vehicle itself, high miles, runs great though. Only had to replace a fuel pump, which fuel pump wasn't even a problem. It ended up being a wiring problem. I'll show you what we did with that here in just a minute. Now, as far as suspension, wheels, it does have a 4-inch lift sitting on 31s. Gonna have to go bigger for sure. My goal is 6-inch lift, maybe some 33s, 35s, something along those lines. But I mean, let me know. See what lifts you guys have come up with or put on, what lifts and wheel combinations you guys have come up with, what seems to work the best, look the best. Daily driver for sure, lots of miles on her, lots of miles still going on her. Apparently it produces cats as well. Inside, quite plain. Nothing really going on in here. Little rip in the seat, but I don't think I've ever seen a Chevy that doesn't have a blown out seat. This is definitely not the worst. As you can see, over 200,000 miles. But it does not run like it. Runs very smooth. Other than my fuel issue, it's been pretty reliable, which this is what we ended up coming up with right here. Little toggle switch for the fuel pump. For some reason, the fuel pump would get power. It just wouldn't get power when it was supposed to. Still not 100% sure what was going on with that. But we've got it fixed. Somewhat. Now, we will be doing some content as far as body work. Definitely take you guys along for the ride of fixing all these little spots here and there the right way, not just screwing a piece of metal over it. Color change, possibly. I really like the black, but I wouldn't mind seeing like a nice deep red on it, or maybe like a dark foresty kind of green even. Wouldn't be too bad. However, if I have it my way, if you guys are fans of VinWiki, I'm sure you've heard Ed talk about his Verde Draco and how much he loves the color on his Murcielago. That color I can honestly say is one of my favorites as well. That is not mine. No content on that. That's company vehicle. Sorry. But yeah, the Verde Draco green I think is the way I want to go with it. I've heard it's a rather expensive paint option, paint color, what have you. But I mean, it would look great, especially on this with a 6-inch lift, 3-inch body lift, 35s. I think that would pull it together quite nice. But let me know what you think. Comment down below, what colors you'd prefer, what options, what choices you'd do. Definitely take everything into account. And also I want to thank you for tuning in. Like I said, there will be more content coming for sure. Definitely have to do some playing with this thing as well as fixing it. But even comments as far as video quality. Like I said, this is my first one, so bear with me. Hopefully they'll get better as we go. If not, well, then I'm doing something wrong, obviously. But let me know what you think. Thank you again. Tune in to Always Modding 207. We'll see you again soon.